to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Morallee for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're 3 days away from Fight Night. We're at the public workout for Better Be a Yard at Wembley Arena, live on BT Sport. I'm joined by S-Jam's Adam Morallee. Of course, got Tommy Fletcher on the bill. Another knockout pending, Adam?
Yeah, look, he's against Daryl Sharp, who's had a lot of losses, but only 3 KO losses. So it's a tough opponent. We've got respect for Daryl. He's an experienced opponent. And yeah, if Tommy gets the KO, and that's a real significant achievement for him, actually.
Yeah, he's becoming a sort of a knockout artist. We know the power that he carries into the ring, and him and Mark seem to be gelling really well now. They've had a bit of time together.
Yeah, really well. Tommy's come on in his boxing, and last time he was out, he's doing what he needs to do. He's getting the KOs. You know, BT want that, casuals want that. It's on TV, and he'll get another TV slot. So really proud of Tommy. Really proud of how he's developing, and he's fulfilling his part of the job, and that's all you can ask for from the boxers when they get the opportunities to deliver, and that's what Tommy's done.
What's the plan with his promoters, George and Frank? What are they saying about Tommy?
Well, they like him, and most importantly, BT like him. They want to see him continue to develop, you know, test his boxing when you develop him. I think that's important. Not just put a bunch of people out there who he's just going to knock out in one round. I think you've seen with certain boxers, with other promoters, that they can get to, you know, 18 fights, 18 KOs, and then they haven't been tested. And then when they get tested, they don't do so well, and then they get dropped. So we want Tommy's boxing to progress. So it's up to us and the promoter to matchmake it properly.
See a unification world title fight to headline, so it's a big platform to Tommy to be on the undercard. So an opportunity to showcase his power to a lot of people in the country.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not on pay-per-view either. I think it's a great show not to be on pay-per-view, and a brilliant, I can hear him in the ring now, it's a great opportunity for Tommy, and it was last time. He started the show, started the TV broadcast last time he was out, and got, you know, one of the KOs of the year, I thought. So let's hope he does it again.
In terms of your big man Joe Joyce, obviously a fantastic 2022, ending in a great knockout of Joseph Parker. Everyone's talking about it. This is going to be a massive year for Joe Joyce. I will ask you about the reports that were surfacing online last week about him and Zhang agreeing a deal for April 15th in London. What can you say about that, Adam?
Yeah, it's not agreed. We want Joe to fight April 15th. But it's not agreed. Working with George Warren to lock an opponent in. Zhang is definitely a possible opponent, someone we've been talking to, but nothing locked in right now.
But that's the sort of level that we're looking at for April.
Look, he's defending the WBO interim. He's got to fight someone in the top 15. So you can look at the top 15 and work out who the opponents might be. But yeah, you know, Joe never turns anyone down. We want an opponent in the top 15, something that the fans will want to see as well. I love that fight. I think it's a great fight. Most people thought Zhang beat Ergovic. Good test for Joe if it happens. Southpaw can bang. Should sell out.
Adam, obviously we still haven't had an announcement for Fury Usyk, although we do expect that next. Just say for whatever reason that doesn't take place next. Tyson did state that after the Chisora fight at the press conference, it will be Joe Joyce that gets the shot if the Usyk fight doesn't materialise. So in the back of your mind, in the back of Joe Joyce's mind, who's in camp in Vegas at the moment, is that still a possibility for the next fight, Tyson Fury?
Yeah, look, I think there's a lot of balls up in the air, but it's always a possibility. Is it at the front of our minds that Joe's going to be fighting Tyson in April? No, but it's possible. I think Tyson Fury, the Warrens have been very honest and open with us about that. I've said to them, on behalf of Joe, we want Tyson Fury this year. We want Tyson Fury this year. We're not overlooking anyone, but every bit of preparation, everything we're thinking about is about having that fight at some point this year. I'd love it to happen in April. Joe would love it to happen in April. In reality, I think Usyk, Fury will happen, but then we want to be the next fight after that.
That was going to be my next question. Tyson said if he beats Usyk, he'll defend at Wembley, just around the corner, against Joe Joyce. However, of course, we know in the rotation system, the WBA is next, which is actually Daniel Dubois. So how does that map out things for Joe and his summer?
Well, look, the rotation system is all about mandatories. So the WBC mandatories are due, so Tyson can fight who he wants. So assume Tyson has the belts. Tyson can fight who he wants when he wants to defend that WBC title. What does that mean about the WBA, the WBO? It means he might not face those people, he might lose the belts. But once Tyson is undisputed, I mean, listen, it's for him, it's not for me, but once he's undisputed, he may drop those belts and may be fighting for legacy, for the best fights. I think Tyson Fury is the sort of guy that wants to fight the best. I don't think belts matter all that much to him. He wants to finish his career knowing he's fought the best. And Joyce, outside of Usyk now, is in my opinion the best.
Adam, just lastly, I spoke to Eddie Hearn about this situation, and I said, you know, from Tyson's point of view, from Queensberry's point of view, they're excluding Joshua out of Tyson's plans. The plans are Usyk undisputed, and if he wins, then it's Joyce, and making that at Wembley. And you know, he said that are they really going to go with Joyce when Anthony Joshua brings a bigger commercial value to the table? So is there a response to that?
Yeah, I mean, look, of course AJ brings more to the table commercially than Joyce. I mean, both fights sell out Wembley, but in terms of pay-per-view, yeah, of course AJ Fury does better on pay-per-view, but you've got to remember, Fury-Joyce is an in-house fight, and it does great numbers, and it sells out Wembley. So just because something could be better, I think what happened last time in the negotiations has probably scarred them. You know, what do people want? What do promoters want when they're making fights? They want certainty and they want deals to be done quickly. The Warrens know they can deal for Fury and I can deal for Joyce. So they know that fight will get made. They know we'll be sensible on the splits. So I think there's, even though the AJ fight creates more value, the Joyce fight is more likely to happen next. Then we'll see what happens. AJ and Fury were negotiating several times and it hasn't worked out. And you have to ask yourself the question, why didn't it work out? Was it because of the timing for AJ? He was coming off a loss, he didn't want to do it in December. Was it because AJ wouldn't accept the splits? You know, if Fury beats Usyk for undisputed and then fights AJ, what's the split going to be? There's a whole heap of different questions as to why AJ Fury didn't happen. I think it will happen in the future. I think Tyson Fury wants to finish his career having fought everyone, and I do think it will happen, but I don't think it will happen next.
Will Joyce Joshua ever happen?
I'd love it to happen. I think 2012 GB Olympian against 2016, we're very, very open for that fight.
Both Nigerian heritage as well?
Both Nigerian heritage. You know, as and when Joe fights Fury, I hope he wins that fight. If he wins that fight, it's a great defence for Joe.
Adam Morallee, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and best of luck with Tommy Fletcher live on BT Sport this Saturday night.
Cheers, Umar.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.